This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. Okay, so we got Chrisean Rock. She's talking about she has to move now because Blueface is going to her house. We'll get to that in a minute, okay? Now, Camron breaks down. I don't know. He was talking about signing Up in the Smoke podcast. Is that the one he was going to sign? Camron, let's see, because Camron, but he went on there and he talked about his relationship with Mase and where it went bad back in the day. And basically, he was saying that it's his fault because, you know, basically, he put Camron on. He put him in a better situation, put him with entertainment. You know, he put him with, first he was going to sign a big past, obviously, and Camron was on entertainment. And their song with Mase, Horse and Carriage, Mase was charging him to be in the video. But he didn't understand the business at that time. Mase did. And he says, you know, I understand why he was charging me now because the label was paying. So, like, just like if I were to appear in one of his videos later, the label pays me. That's just how it worked. And, but he said the label gassed me up to like, and I went with it. And then he left the game and went to church, and I didn't understand that. And then later we had a beef, like, and he dissed me on Oracle and finished me. And I was like, okay. And so, but it took all that for them to get here, you know, and it was a journey. They did miss out on a lot of years working together, but it's okay. You know, they're working together now, and they have it seems like they have a stronger friendship than ever. And it's driving Jim Jones crazy. He can't understand it. Gillie and Wallo bring on Sprite to make it so they can help more people at Walmart. You know, they can only do so much with their money. But when Sprite comes in, they can help, you know, probably 3 times the amount of people, which is beautiful. I love seeing people use a platform as big as theirs to get a sponsor to help them help people during the holidays. You know, it's always stuff like that makes me emotional. I'm not going to lie, because we've all gone through some sort of struggle. I've gone through a struggle in my life before. Probably not as, you know, everyone has different levels of struggle. My struggle might not have been as much as others, but to not have, period, sucks, you know? And there's different levels of it. And to see people get relief during a time, you know, where they can take a breath. I've given back on, not to their level, but I've helped kids out for Christmas before that didn't have toys and stuff. If I find a family that needed it on my own, you know, and I've helped before and never put it out there or never showed it, but it feels good to know you're helping somebody else, you know, because you would hope someone did that for you in your situation, you know, so. You know, awesome. DJ Envy never thought it would turn out like this. He thought he was peddling real estate and it would be good forever. Thought Caesar knew what he was doing. Who knows if DJ Envy really knew what was going on in this situation, but DJ Envy has a lot less friends today than he did 5 years ago. A lot of his friends actually got involved in these schemes. He says he lost money too. Now he could face jail time if he doesn't cooperate, basically, with the bankruptcy filing of the company he's a part of with Caesar. And this is just the beginning of this. Like, I think this is gonna change DJ Envy's trajectory at this point, and it just shows you, man. You could have showed real estate without doing it the way you did. You could have just showed your flips and that was it, and encouraged people to do it. But there's no way you didn't know your business partner was doing what he was doing. You know, everything was screamed red flags. You know, there's just no way. You know, like, any other person would have stopped it way before. Some people And that's a lot of people. That's a certain, I'm not saying everyone in the music industry is like that, but it attracts a certain type of personality where people can really just like look the other way, you know? Remember when, like, here's an example. Remember when Khaled took Ace Hood and built him up and dropped 3 albums, and then Ace Hood didn't really take off like that right away, and then he dropped Ace Hood. He stopped messing with him altogether, right? He just gave him studio time, but that was it. But he stopped pushing him and all that. Then Ace Hood gets a hit single, Hustle, 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 right? Khaled jumps right back on the bandwagon. I mean, that's the industry for you right there, clear cut and simple, you know? These people aren't your friends, you know, and they're not to be trusted. They're acquaintances. They're business associates. And that's how you have to treat life. People are business associates. They're temporary. This is the sad thing about life. Everything is temporary, you know? Everything's temporary. Joe Budden speculates if he'll get another episode of Carisha Please. He goes on there on Need to Know podcast and says another one bites the dust, because now he's openly talking about Diddy being in trouble, because if Diddy's in trouble, you can't help Carisha Please. I think it's over for Carisha Please. She'll probably continue it on her own and do it once in a while, but it won't get that support from Revolt. Christian Rock drops a diss song to Blueface again, says she drops off the baby to get babysat by him while she gets piped out by her guy. Okay, that's classy. Lil Wayne Goats. The 56 Nights mixtape is the best mixtape he's ever listened to. It was a comeback for Future, too, don't forget. It was a comeback for Future. Because, like, right before that, he dropped... That was when Future was on a run. When did he drop Dirty DS2? When did that drop? DS2, I think, dropped 2015. This was... Right before DS2, when did Monster drop? Monster was like the real comeback to me. 56 Nights was a run. Like the run kept going. Future. Here we go. This came out in 2014. So Future, his 2014 to 2018 run, crazy. Anyways, then we got so I don't know if we even want to hear Christian Rock saying. I'll just sum it up for you. She says she's moving because Blueface keeps coming to her house. I take cap. I say the money's too expensive. I think she's spending a lot of money, and she's like, nah, I can't do this. I'm gonna do something smaller. It's a lot of upkeep, man. Like, she's renting the house, renting to own, or she'll have the option to buy after it. She couldn't even rent the whole period. I bet you the person's kicking themselves right now for renting it to her. It's like, what? You're moving? Now she has to pay a break lease fee of like probably $40,000 because it's gonna be 2 months, right? So it'll be $30,000 because her rent's $12,000 a month. And she had that, and then let's see, what else would you have on top of that? You'd have the rent, and then you'd have, oh yeah, electricity bill is gonna be crazy in a place that big, right? $1,000 a month in California. Gas bill, crazy. Nah, she was like, oh hell no, this is gonna cost me $17,000 a month. She ain't used to that. I ain't used to that. You're not used to that. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. I appreciate you guys. Peace.